हेलो गाइस, आज का चैप्टर है ट्रांसपोर्ट इन प्लांट्स। तो टोटल 57 क्वेश्चन है। सो प्रीवियस ईयर में आया हुआ क्वेश्चन है। तो शुरू करते हैं फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन से। व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ग्लूकोज ट्रांसपोर्टर्स इंसुलिन डिपेंडेंट? ग्लूट 2, 3, 4, 1। करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन सी, ग्लूट 4। ग्लूट 4 जो है वो मसल एंड एडिपोज टिश्यू में पाया जाता है, ग्लूट 4। Next, which symplastic transport of nutrients takes place through cellular, plasmodesmata, transporters, cell membrane? Option B is correct. Plasmodesmata. Symplastic transport of nutrients takes place through plasmodesmata. Next, the chief water conducting elements of xylem in gymnosperm are. Chief water conducting elements of xylem in gymnosperm are vessels, fibers, transfusion tissue, tracheids. Option D is correct, tracheids. Chief water conducting elements of xylem in gymnosperm are tracheids. Next, radial conduction of water takes place by phloem, ray parenchyma cell, vessels and tracheids. Option B is correct, ray parenchyma cell. Next, sinks are related to phytochrome, transport of animals, protein transport, enzyme. Option B is correct. Sinks are related to transport of minerals. Next, diffusion pressure deficit, DPD. Diffusion pressure deficit is. Option B is correct. Diffusion pressure deficit equals to osmotic pressure minus water potential. Option B is correct. Next, when cell is fully turgid, which of the following will be zero? Osmotic pressure, wall pressure, Turgor pressure, and suction pressure. Option D is correct, suction pressure. Bidirectional translocation of minerals takes place by. Bidirectional translocation of minerals takes place by cambium, parenchyma, phloem, xylem. Option C is correct, phloem. Bidirectional translocation of minerals takes place by phloem. Next, phloem in plants is mainly responsible for transportation of water, transportation of amino acid, transportation of food, transportation of CO2. Option C is correct. Phloem in plants is mainly responsible for transportation of food. Next, phelogen क्या है? तो phelogen is intercalary meristem, apical meristem, secondary meristem, lateral meristem. Option C is correct. Phelogen is secondary meristem. Next, which of the following tissue transport the sucrose in plants? कौन सा टिश्यू ट्रांसपोर्ट द सुक्रोज को ट्रांसपोर्ट इन द प्लांट्स? सुक्रोज को ट्रांसपोर्ट करता है प्लांट में, तो xylem, phloem, both xylem, phloem, D vessels. Option B is correct, phloem tissue जो transport the sucrose in plants. Next, the pressure of guttation takes place when? Option is the root pressure is high and the rate of transpiration is low. Option A is correct. The process of guttation takes place when the root pressure is high and the rate of transpiration is low. Next, the plastid that stores lipids is chromoplast, elaioplast, ureoplast, amyloplast. Option B, elaioplast. The plastid that stores lipids is elaioplast. Next, chloroplasts are surrounded by 2 unit membranes, 1 unit membrane, 2 lipid layers, 3 unit membranes. Option A is correct, 2 unit membranes. Chloroplasts are surrounded by 2 unit membranes. At the end, EMP means embedded Meyer of Parnas. EMP means Emden Meyer of Parnas. Produces a total of 6 ATP, 8 ATP, 38 ATP, 10 ATP. Option B is correct, 8 ATP, 8 adenosine triphosphate. At the end, embedded Meyer of Parnas produces a total of 8 adenosine triphosphate. Next, what is active glucose? FAD glucose, NAD glucose, phosphoglucose, glycerophosphate. Option C is correct. Active glucose is a phosphoglucose. In the process of osmosis, option is both protoplasm and cell wall act as a single layer. Only protoplast acts as a single layer. Only cell membrane acts as a single layer. Option D, none of the above. Option C is correct. In the process of osmosis, only cell wall membrane acts as a single layer. Next, question 18. Lenticels and hydrathodes are small pores. Small pores with following common attributes. Option is their opening and closing is not regulated. Option B, they allow exchange of gases. They always remain closed. They are found on the same organ of the plant. Option A is correct. Lenticel and hydrathodes are small pores with the following common attributes. Option A is correct. Their opening and closing is not regulated. The movement of water. The movement of water from one cell of the cortex to the adjacent one in roots is due to option A, accumulation of inorganic salts in the cell. Option B, accumulation of organic compounds in the cell, chemical potential gradient, water potential gradient. Option D is correct. Water potential gradient. The movement of water from one cell of the cortex to the adjacent one in roots is due to water potential gradient. Next, question 20. Poisons like cyanide inhibit sodium positive and potassium positive influx in cellular transport. This inhibitory effect is reversed by an injection of ATP. These demonstrate that option A, ATP is the carrier protein in the transport system. Sodium positive and potassium positive exchange pump operates in the cell. Option C, ATP is hydrolyzed by ATPase to release energy. Option D, energy for potassium positive exchange pumps from ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Correct option is option D. Energy for potassium positive ion exchange pump comes from ATP. Next, the cause of guttation in plants. Guttation in plants का cause क्या है? Root pressure, osmosis, transpiration pull, cohesive force. Option A is correct. Root pressure. The cause of guttation in plants is root pressure. Next, the tendency of water to move towards higher solute concentration is an example of passive transport, diffusion, active transport, osmosis. Option D is correct. Osmosis. The tendency of water to move towards higher solute concentration is an example of osmosis. Next, when molecules of different types in a substance move with each other with respect to pressure potential, it is called mass flow, facilitated diffusion, conjugate reaction, pressure motion. Option B is correct. Facilitated diffusion. When molecules of different types in a substance move with each other with respect to pressure potential, it is called facilitated diffusion. Next, what causes water continuity in plants? Water continuity in plants का cause क्या है? Osmosis, supersuction, guttation, addition force. Option D is correct. Addition force. What causes water continuity in plants? Additive force. Addition force. 25. Which of the following pair is not correctly matched? नीचे दिया हुआ कौन सा करेक्टली मैच नहीं है? तो ऑप्शन ए इज न्यूक्लियस, जेनेटिक इन्फॉर्मेशन को कैरी करता है न्यूक्लियस. बी सेल मेम्ब्रेन, परमिएबिलिटी, गोल्गी कॉम्प्लेक्स सिक्रीशन. ये तीनों करेक्ट है, करेक्टली मैच है. ऑप्शन डी माइक्रोट्यूबुलर ऑर्गेनिल एंड ग्लाइकोलाइसिस, ये करेक्टली मैच नहीं है. माइक्रोट्यूबुलर ऑर्गेनिल जो है ये इसका जो मेन फंक्शन है वो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सेल को मेंटेन करता है एंड इंटरनल ट्रांसपोर्ट को फैसिलिटेट करता है. एंड ग्लाइकोलाइसिस जो है ये एक प्रोसेस है जो मेटाबॉलिक प्रोसेस है जो साइटोप्लाज्म के अंदर टेक्स प्लेस होता है. नेक्स्ट, द वाटर पोटेंशियल ऑफ ए सोल्यूशन इज ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव, ऑलवेज नेगेटिव, ऑलवेज जीरो, पॉजिटिव एंड मोर देन वन. ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. द वाटर पोटेंशियल ऑफ ए सोल्यूशन इज ऑलवेज नेगेटिव. नेक्स्ट, the pathway in which flow of water is through non-living parts of cell is simplest pathway, membranous pathway, vacuolar pathway, apoplast pathway. Option D is correct. Apoplast pathway. The pathway in which flow of water is through non-living parts of cell is apoplast pathway. Maximum water absorption occurs through which process? maximum water absorption occur through which process? Option A, osmotic absorption, active absorption, through suction, passive absorption. Option D is correct. Passive absorption. Maximum water absorption occur through passive absorption. In soil, water is available for plant is chemically bound water, capillary water, hygroscopic water, gravitational water. Option B is correct, capillary water. In soil, water available for plant is capillary water. Next, a cell becomes turgid when placed in. A cell becomes turgid when placed in hypotonic solution, hypertonic solution, flame, isotonic solution. Option A is correct, hypotonic solution. A cell membrane becomes turgid when placed in hypotonic solution. Next, the water potential and osmotic potential of water is 0, 100, 0, 0, 100, 100, 100 and 0. ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट इसके लिए 0 and 0. The water potential and osmotic potential of pure water is 0 and 0. Option B is correct. Next, opening and closing of stomata is mainly governed by. Option B is correct. Potassium positive ion. Opening and closing of stomata is mainly governed by potassium positive ion. Next, presently, which view is considered best for turgor changes in guard cell? Turgor changes in guard cell. Option is photosynthesis of chloroplast in guard cell. Starch is converted into sugar in guard cell. Starch is converted into glucose in guard cell. Option D, potassium is actively transported into guard cell. Option D is correct. Potassium is actively transported into guard cell. If a pressure greater than atmospheric pressure is applied to a solution, its water potential decreases, remains same, increases, becomes 0. Option C is correct, increases. If a pressure greater than atmospheric pressure is applied to a solution, its water potential increases. Next, some carrier and transport proteins allow diffusion only if two types of molecules move together. When a molecule moves across a membrane independent of other molecules, the process is called antipod, sympod, aquaporin, unipod. Option D is correct, unipod. फिर से पढ़ते हैं क्वेश्चन को. Some carrier or transport proteins allow diffusion only if two types of molecules move together. When a molecule moves across a membrane independent of other molecule, the process is called unipod. Option D is correct. Next, absorption of water by seeds and dry wood are example of. Absorption of water by seeds and dry wood are example of guttation, plasmolysis, transpiration, imbibition. Option D is correct, imbibition. Absorption of water by seeds and dry wood are example of imbibition. Next, which of the following statement is correct regarding apoplast pathway of movement of water in plants? इसका जो करेक्ट ऑप्शन है ऑप्शन C is correct. The movement of water across excessively through the intercellular spaces and the walls of the cells. Which of the following is correct regarding the apoplast pathway of movement of water in plants? Correct option is option C. The movement of water across exclusively through the intercellular spaces and the walls of the cell. Next, root pressure develops due to option A, increase in transpiration, active absorption, low osmotic potential in soil, passive absorption. Option B is correct, active absorption. Root pressure develops due to active absorption. Option B is correct. Next, Xylem translocates water only, water and mineral salts only, water, mineral salts and some organic nitrogen only, water, mineral salts, some organic nitrogen and hormones. Xylem translocates, option D is correct. Water, mineral salts, some organic nitrogen and hormones. Question 41. Casparian strips occur in cortex, pericycle, epidermis, endodermis. Option D is correct, endodermis. Casparian strips occur in endodermis. Next, stomatal movement is not affected by oxygen concentration, light, temperature, CO2, carbon dioxide concentration. Option A is correct. Stomatal movement is not affected by oxygen concentration. Next, guttation takes place through cuticle, stomata, lenticels, hydatodes. Option D is correct. Guttation takes place through hydatodes. Next, transportation of food in plants by phloem is unidirectional, bidirectional, multidirectional, none of these. Option B is correct, bidirectional. Transportation of food in plants by phloem is bidirectional. The waxy material in root Casparian strip is suberin, laminarin, fucoxanthin, modified floridine starch. Option A is correct. The waxy material in root Casparian strip is suberin. Next, 46. Water molecule passes cell membrane through water molecule passes cell membrane through channel proteins, carrier proteins, simple diffusion, active transport. Option C is correct, simple diffusion. Water molecule passes cell membrane through simple diffusion. Next, water loss during guttation occurs through stomata, hydatode, lenticels, parenchyma. Option B is correct, hydatode. Water loss during guttation occurs through hydatode. Next, transport of food material in higher plants take place through companion cell, phloem fiber, tracheids, sieve elements. Option D is correct, sieve elements. Transport of food material in higher plants take place through, option D is correct, sieve elements. Next, water drops seen at leaf margin in morning is due to transpiration, guttation, dew drop, condensation. Option B is correct, guttation. Water drops seen at leaf margin in morning is due to guttation. Next, most accepted theory for opening and closing of stomata is theory of starch sugar interconversion, theory of photosynthesis is in guard cell, theory of glycolate metabolism, theory of proton transport. Option D is correct, theory of proton transport. Most accepted theory of opening and closing of stomata is option D, theory of proton transport. Question 51. The only available water to plant root is gravitational water, capillary water, crystalline water, hygroscopic water. Option B is correct, capillary water. The only available water to plant root is capillary water. Next, in which of the following growth phase the growth rate increases rapidly to a maximum? Option is steady phase, lag phase, log phase, diminishing phase. Option C is correct, log phase. In which of the following growth phase the growth rate increases rapidly to a maximum? Option C, lag phase. Next, by which process more water is removed from the plant than required? By which process more water is removed from the plant than required? Option is absorption, transpiration, emission, photosynthesis. Option B is correct, transpiration. By which process more water is removed from the plant than required? Option B is correct, transpiration. Next, movement and accumulation. Movement and accumulation of ions across a membrane against their concentration gradient can be explained by facilitated diffusion, passive transport, active transport, osmosis. Option C is correct, active transport. Movement and accumulation of ions across a membrane against their concentration gradient can be explained by active transport. Next, mycorrhiza mainly helps in seed germination, mineral transportation, root formation, phosphate solubilization. Option B is correct, mineral transportation. Mycorrhiza mainly helps in mineral transportation. Next, which carbohydrate is the principal form translocated throughout the plant by phloem? Option is cellulose, sucrose, maltose, lactose. Option B is correct, sucrose. Which carbohydrate? Question 56. Which carbohydrate is the principal form translocated throughout the plant by phloem? Option B is correct, sucrose. Next, the force responsible for upward conduction of water against gravity comes from transpiration, photosynthesis, translocation, respiration. Option A is correct, transpiration. The force responsible for upward conduction of water against gravity comes from transpiration. So here are total 57.